Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Virender and today we are here to talk about class 10th exam. So आज हमारा CBSE का साइंस का एग्जाम हुआ है, तो इस वीडियो में मैं उस पेपर के सॉल्यूशंस आप सबको बताने जा रहा हूँ. So इस वीडियो में I will be answering most of the questions actually which are one word, या numericals and MCQs. I will be solving all this, but long answers I am going to skip that because you guys can find their answer directly in your books. Okay, so without wasting much of your time, let's start our analysis part. And in the end of our video, I will be discussing few important aspects regarding the exam, that how its difficulties and everything. So do not skip the video. So kindly watch the whole video. So guys, I have received paper from one of my students. So here is our exam paper. So let's start. So here first question is, when sodium bicarbonate reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid, the gas evolved is, so whenever we are having a sodium bicarbonate, so sodium bicarbonate is NaHCO3. So it is going to react with dilute hydrochloric acid. So it is going to give rise to NaCl plus CO2 plus H2 gas. So both of these are gas. So we can detect this carbon dioxide gas because it can turn your water, lime water, milky. So it will turn lime water milky. So correct option here is your C. So C is our correct option here to the first question. Now let's come to the second question. When aqueous solution of potassium iodide and lead nitrate are mixed, an insoluble substance separates out. The chemical equation for the reaction involved is, so it is again a very simple question. You just have to identify the reaction. So if you do not know the reaction, then also you could have solved it by just knowing their valency. So if you do not know the valency, then also we can calculate the valency just by seeing these examples. So here what is happening, we know that NO3's valency is -1. Okay, and if it is 1 and lead's valency is +2, so the compound they can form is PbNO3 2. So that is given in part B as well as part C. So now we have to move towards other parts also. So potassium and iodide, and potassium is +1 and iodide is -1. So they can form Ki. Okay, so in for all four, the option Ki is given. So far we have deleted two options. So option A and option D cannot be your answers. Okay, now from B and C. So let's see the products. So in products, they are forming PbI2. This is not possible. This is possible, sorry, because Pb's valency is +2. So when Pb is going to react with iodine, so it is going to form PbI2. So it is like this, Pbi +2 plus -1. So it is going to be PbI2. So correct option here is B part. Now let's come to the third question. So here the question is, a metal ribbon X burns in oxygen with a dazzling white flame forming a white ash. Why? The correct. So whenever dazzling flame comes, so we know that we have done the activity that magnesium burns with a dazzling flame. So let's see the options. There is only one option that magnesium is given. So correct option is B. Now fourth question is, acid present in tomato is, so usually tomato, the most common acid is citrus. Okay, so it is a citrus fruit, citric acid is present, but they have not given that option. So you have to choose wisely here. So correct option here is oxalic acid. So these are the answers of the first four questions. Now let's go to the other questions. So this is our fifth question. Fifth question is, sodium hydroxide is termed as alkali. Yeah, that is termed as alkali when it is mixed with the water. So aqueous solution is alkali. So while ferric hydroxide is not, because, so let's read the options. Sodium hydroxide is strong base, and while ferric oxide is a weak base. No. Sodium hydroxide is a base which is soluble in water. Yes. While ferric hydroxide is also a base, but it's not insoluble. Not soluble in water means it is insoluble in water, and we know that iron, when it is +3 valency, it is insoluble in water. So this will be your correct answer B. So let's read other options also. Sodium hydroxide is a strong base, while ferric oxide is a strong acid. No, ferric oxide is not a strong acid. Sodium hydroxide is also not a strong base because its pH varies between 6.5 to 8. Again, they are given the strong base. No, the correct option here is B. Now let's come to the sixth question. The name of the salt used to remove permanent hardness of water. And we have done this in chapters that washing soda is used to remove the permanent hardness. So here washing soda's formula is Na2CO3. So here only one option is there, which is resembling this one. Okay. So that is Na2CO3 dot H10H2O. This will be your answer. Now, let's come to the question number 7. The electronic dot structure of chlorine molecule. So, chlorine molecule is Cl2. So, in the outermost shell, we are having 7 electrons. Okay. So, one electron gets shared. So, option C is correct. Now, let's come to the question number 8, which is observe the following diagram, identify the process and its significance from the following options. So here we guys can see that the water is moving upward and it is leaving from the leaf. So this is transpiration. This is transpiration. There is nothing to understand here. It's a very simple question. Now let's come to the next questions. Question number 9. Opening and closing of stomata is due to the water absorption and water release. So this answer is high pressure of gas inside the cell. No, movement of water in and out of the God cells. Good. So this question answer is B part. A cross between pea plant with white flowers and pea plant with violet flowers. So this is like this, BB, small, then capital B. So in F1 generation, we get all plants like this. So in F2, we get usually 3:1 ratio. So dominant is 3 and dormant one is 1. Okay, so 75% are dominant. So here dominants are violet one. So violet is to white. So this is our ratio of violet is to white. Now they have asked the ratio of violet with the white. So option C is our correct answer here. Now, question 11. In plant, the role of cytokinin is cell division. It promotes cell because it is a growth hormone. The number of chromosomes in parents and offsprings of a particular species undergoing sexual reproduction remain constant due to doubling of chromosomes after zygote formation. No, both of them are bringing half chromosomes. So when they get paired, so they become full. Halving the chromosomes after zygote. No. Doubling of chromosomes before gamete formation. No. Halving the of chromosomes at the time of gamete formation. So this is our right answer here. Now let's come to the next question. 2 LED bulbs of 12 watt and 6 watt are connected in series. So we are having 2 bulbs, 12 watt and 6 watt. So first one is getting a current of 0.06 ampere, and they have asked what will be the current in 6 watt bulb. So we know that in series connection, current does not get divided, so it will be receiving same current. So correct option will be your C. So 14th question, this is exact. They have taken exact diagrams from your book and asked you. Okay, so current pattern of magnetic field lines or the field line produced by current carrier circular line is, so C is your correct answer here. Question number 15. The resistance of a resistor is reduced to half of its initial value. So R, first resistance is R, then R dash is equal to R by 2. Now he has said if other parameters of the remain alter the amount of heat produced. So first heat was getting produced I square RT. Now the second time it is getting produced I square R by 2T. So let's divide them. Everything is getting cancelled out. So H is equal to 2H dash. So now here we can see the initially heat was getting produced H, but now it is getting produced H dash. So H dash is equal to H by 2. So it is becoming half of the initial heat. So answer is C. Again, this question is whenever alpha particle comes from the magnetic field, it gets turned towards the left. So option is B. Now let's come to the question number 17. The reaction of quicklime with water is an exothermic reaction. Good. Quicklime react vigorously with water, releasing a large amount of no. So only A is true, but R is false. C. In humans, if gene B is responsible for black eyes and gene B is responsible for brown eyes, then the color of eyes of the progeny having gene component combination BB, BB or BB will be black only. No, first. So here you guys can see that the black eyes is capital one. So this is your dormant. Oh, sorry. This is your expressive gene. So the dormant one will be your this one. This is for brown eyes. This is for black eyes. Now, if we are getting this one, then again we are going to get black. Okay, but in this case, we are going to get brown. But they have said the black, so first one is wrong. The black color of the eyes is a dominant trait. Good. So reason is good, correct, but assertion is wrong. So A is false, R is true. So its answer is D. Now let's come to the next question. The inner wall of the small intestine have finger-like projection called villi, which are rich in blood. Okay, they are rich in blood because they have to do the absorption. So villi is like a surface which is formed for increasing the surface area. Now, the villi have the largest surface to help the small intestine in completing the digestion of the food. Yes. No, it helps in absorption of the food. It is not digesting the food. So I think R will be wrong. A will be true. C will be your answer. A current carrying straight conductor experiences a force when placed perpendicularly. No, in question number 18, both are true. So both are true, and there is a question. A will be its answer. Question number 2. A current carrying straight conductor experience a force when placed perpendicular to the direction of the magnetic field. Yes. The net charge on a current carrying conductor is always 0. No, it is not always 0. So A is true, B is false. So its answer is C. So these are our 1 marker questions. Now let's move to the section B. So in section B, we are having a first question here. A student took a small amount of copper oxide in a conical flux and added dilute hydrochloric acid to it with constant stirring. He observed the change in color of the solution. Write the name of the compound formed and solution. You guys can do this one. So I'm going to skip these questions. Okay, these are just from the book. So name the part of the brain which is responsible for the following actions: maintaining posture and balance. This is done by cerebellum. Then beating of heart, it is controlled by medulla. Thinking is controlled by cerebrum. And blood pressure, again medulla. So this is very easy question. You just have to write the names and you will be getting 2 marks from this question. Now, where are auxins synthesized in plants? Auxin is basically a growth hormone, so it is getting synthesized at the tips of the shoots. So mainly at the apex regions of the shoots, it is getting synthesized. So what is positive phototropism? Which organ of the plant shows positive phototropism? Phototropism is growth in response to the light. Positive is when it is growing towards the stimulus. So leaves. Negative geotropism. So geotropism is in response to the gravity. So here negative. So away from the gravity. Stem. Positive hydrotropism. Hydro is related with the water. So it is going towards the water. So roots. So these are very easy questions. Write one specific function each of the following organs in relation with the excretion in human beings. Renal arteries, they carry blood from kidney to aorta. So this is its function. Urethra. Urethra is allowing urine to pass out from our body. Glomerulus, it is filtering unit of kidney. This is basically filtering the blood. tubular part of nephron. It is doing reabsorption of the filtrate. So whatever the filtrate glomerulus is producing, so it is doing reabsorption from there. Next question, two green plants are kept separately in oxygen-free container and one in the dark and other in sunlight. And it was observed that a plant kept in dark could not survive longer. We give reason for this observation. This is a very simple question. So photosynthesis, it will not be able to perform the photosynthesis, so it will die out eventually. So question number 5, observe the following diagram and answer the following questions. Identify the type of disease. So here you guys can see the image is getting formed in front of the retina. So this is a myopia. Case. List is two causes. Causes are, so what happens in this case? The lens becomes thick, so it is converging more. Okay, so it is one of the car, and myopia is also inherited. Also, if you are having myopia, when myopia usually gets developed when we are small, we are having, we are in our childhood only. Okay, so it is mostly genetically inherited also. Okay, name the type of lens used for the correction of this distance. Then concave lens we use for correcting it. So this is very easy question again. The color of the sky, clear sky from the earth appears blue, but from the space it appears black. Simple question because reflection is not happening. There is no atmosphere in the sky, no atmosphere in the space. So we are seeing it as a black. Use of several pesticides which result in excessive accumulation of pesticides in rivers or pond is a matter of deep concern. It's a general knowledge question. You can just answer if you do not know the exact answer. You can write answer of it. Next question is, while electrolyzing water before passing the current, some drops of an acid are acid. Why some drops are acid? So that the dissociation starts happening because ions, when ions formed, then only electricity start flowing. So acid here is jump starting the process. So now next they have also named the acid liberated at cathode. So reaction involved here is at cathode. It will be H2O plus electron. It will be giving you H2 plus 2OH. Now at anode you will be having reaction like OH negative. It will be releasing half oxygen plus H2O plus electron. So at anode we are getting hydrogen gas. At cathode we are getting hydrogen gas. At anode we are getting oxygen gas. So next he has asked to comment on the volume of the gas. So volume of the gas will be half at anode in comparison to the cathode. So why? Next question is, what is observed when silver chloride is exposed to sunlight? Give the type of the reaction. So whenever silver chloride, let's write its reaction. Its reaction is AgCl2. It is exposed to sunlight. It is going to break down into C. So this is of white color and silver is of gray color. So this is the reason we get gray color because chlorine and silver are getting separated and chlorine is a gas. Now the next question is safe procedure for diluting. So name the salt formed from when sulfuric acid has added to the sodium hydroxide. Write its pH. Dry HCl gas does not change the color of dry blue litmus paper. Why? Because it does not react. It is dry. How does paramecium obtain its form? Through CBR. List the role of each of following in our digestive system. First is hydrochloric acid. So hydrochloric acid is produced in our stomach. It kills microorganisms. It kills all the bacteria, and it is when it comes to digestion, it is fermenting the food. Okay. Trypsin digests protein. Then muscular walls of stomach. Muscular walls of stomach are basically providing you physical churning of the food. So here the food is getting broken down. So churning is happening because of the muscular walls. Now salivary amylase. Salivary in our mouth, salivary glands are releasing this salivary amylase. So this salivary amylase is acting on the starch and it is converting it into the smaller carbohydrates. Let's move to question number 30. 30 is what is double circulation. All we know that on one side oxygenated blood is going and from the other end we are getting deoxygenated blood back to our heart. That is double circulation. Why is the separation of the right side and the left side of the heart useful? Why is it useful? So it is to prevent the contamination of the blood. Okay. Define principal focus, focal length. So this is my length. If we are completing its circle, then this is my radius of curvature. This will be our focus, and principal focus is when lights are coming parallel, they are meeting at a single point. That is your principal focus. Sorry, diagram is wrong. Principal focus, let me draw it for you. Lights are coming parallel, they are meeting at a point. This is my principal focus, and focal length is the distance from the center, optical center, to this one. This will be your focal length. Ray diagram to illustrate your answer. You just have to draw this diagram. Okay, so easy 3 marks here again. Again, then there we are having an objective or numerical also. An object of height 10 centimeter. Height is 10 centimeter. Now is placed 20 centimeter away from the optical center of a converging lens. So it is a converging lens. So U is equal to minus 25 centimeter. And converging lens focal length is also given. Focal length of converging lens is 15 centimeter. Okay, so let's apply the formula. 1 by V minus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. So 1 by V is equal to 1 by F plus 1 by U. So 1 by 15 minus 1 by 25. So here LCM of 15 and 25 is, we have to take LCM. So that is 75. 5 minus, this is 25. 3. 2 by 75. So that is equal to 1 by V. V will be equal to 75 by 2. That will be equal to 37.5 centimeter. So this will be its answer. Now let's move to the question number 31. So here in question number 31, power is given 4D. So from power we can calculate 4 diopter. This is plus. We can calculate focal length. So focal length is equal to 1 by power. So here it will be equal to 1 by 4. Now they have given object is placed at a distance. So U they have given, U will be minus 40 centimeter. So it is given in the 40 centimeter. So let's convert this one. It will be equal to 25 centimeter. So our focal length here is 25 centimeter. Again, apply 1 by V minus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. So you have to calculate 1 by F plus 1 by U. So 1 by F, 1 by 25 minus U is 50 centimeters. 1 by 50 centimeter. So here our LCM will be equal to 50. So this will be equal to 2 minus 1. 1 by 50. So V will be equal to 50 centimeter. So this is the answer of the question number 31. Why is an alternating current considered to be advantageous over? This is direct question written in your book. So they are giving questions directly from the book. So what is the type of currents used in household supply AC? How does an electric fuse prevent? This is again similar simple question. From the current carrying solenoid as shown, draw magnetic field lines and give reasons to explain. So it is a solenoid. You guys can draw its magnetic field lines like this. So it will be minimum at A and maximum at C at the ends. Let's move to the next question. Write one difference between so this simple question. So here he has asked about formula of the butanoic acid. So here we have to draw the structure. Butanoic acid. So carbon will be 4 hydrogen, 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 OH, OO. This will be the butanoic acid. Then chloropentane, pentane, carbon 5. One side just add chlorine. Simple questions they have asked. There are many simple questions. So paper is very easy in comparison. So how are structures 1 and structure 2 given below related to one another give resistance? So here let's count their carbons first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically they are isomers. Okay. So draw one more possible structure for our case. So you have to draw the isomers here only. Differentiate between saturated and unsaturated. Saturated one is single bond, another one is double or triple bond. Okay. What happens when a small piece of sodium is dropped in ethanol? So small piece of ethanol, sodium is dropped in ethanol. What will happen in the scenario? So reaction between ethanol. So when sodium reacts with the ethanol, it forms sodium ethanoate. Last, just add ONA. So it's form sodium ethanoate. So ethanol, earlier it was OH attached, remove this H and attach Na in the last. So sodium ethanoate, ethoxide. Okay. So why is glacier? What happens ethanol is? These are simple questions. More of simple. Vegetative propagation, list to advantages. How is the electric current related to the potential difference? Simple. Ohm's law they have asked. Draw a label circuit diagram to verify this relationship. Again, Ohm's law, simple question. The next question, why should an ammeter have low resistance so that it is not consuming the current? Because it is connected in a series. So two VI graphs A and B for series and parallel combinations of two resistors are as shown. Giving reason state which graphs shows a series or parallel common. You know that in series connection, the resistance gets increased, the maximum resistance. But in parallel connection, we get minimum resistance. So here you guys can see this is having less resistance and this is having more resistance. So this is series, this is parallel. Next question, the melting point and boiling point are given. These let's read the question. Show the electron transfer in the formation of magnesium chloride. This is simple question. Mg is outermost shell plus. Mg will come here. So it will form Mg. So one more Cl it requires. So another will go here. It will form MgCl2. Simple structure. List two properties of ionic compounds other than high boiling and melting point. So they are hard. So these kind of properties you can write. While forming an ionic compound, say sodium chloride, how does sodium atom attains is stable configuration. Sodium chloride. So sodium is +1, it is -1, it is deficient in one electron, it has one electron extra, it will donate its electron here. So it will become stable. So it is getting its stable configuration. Why do ionic compounds in solid state not conduct electricity? Because dissociation must happen. So they always conduct electricity in an aqueous state. What happens at a cathode and when electricity is passed through an excitation of sodium chloride? So cathode is positive. So we will be getting what kind of sodium or chloride at that end? So this is again a very simple question. Next, why an offspring of human being is not a true copy? Because genes combination is different. While performing experiments on inheritance in plants, what is the difference between F1 and F2 generation? In F1 generation, we are only getting dominant traits, but in case of F2 generation, there is a ratio of 3:1. And in F2 generation, we are getting pure characters also. Why do we say that variation are useful for a survival of a species over time? Very simple questions they have asked. I think they have directly copied from the NCRT. Determine the speed of light in diamond. Is the refractive index of diamond with respect to the vacuum is this. Speed of the light in vacuum is, again, you just have to apply the formula to calculate. Next question, refractive index of glass, water, and carbon dioxide, 1.3, 1.3. Again, with the right, the increasing order of angle of refraction in this medium. Let me do this one. Refractive index of glass, water, and carbon dioxide, 1.5, 1.3, 1.62. So again, refractive index is given. So you guys know how to solve this one. The speed of light in glass is this and water is this. Which one of the following is optically denser? So denser will be where speed will be less. A ray of light is incident normally at a water glass interface. When it enters a thick glass container filled with water, what will happen to the path of ray after entering the glass? So glass is more denser in comparison to the water. So it will move towards the normal. So they have given questions from the refractive index. So this is our paper. So guys, if you have done this paper, and I think the difficulty of this paper is between some, it is easy. I find it easy, and you can keep it between moderate to easy. Okay. So on an average, everyone should be getting around 65 marks in this examination. And I hope you guys have liked my solution. So if you have liked my solution, do subscribe my channel and like the video. Thank you guys, and best of luck for your future examinations.